With their big win this past Sunday night over the Philadelphia Eagles, the 7-9 Washington Redskins clinched the NFC East Division title. What? Oops. I meant Washington football team. Sorry, libs. Yep. Washington's not just going to the playoffs with only 7 wins and 9 losses, they also get to host a game. And this isn't the first time this has happened, but it is the most recent of the 11 playoff teams that had losing records. The Redskins get to host a playoff game after going 7-9? Get the hell out of here with that. And while the 10-6 Miami Dolphins are forced to sit at home and watch. God, can we get rid of this archaic conference and division nonsense? We're all NFL teams here, just let the best overall records into the playoffs. But then again, this list wouldn't exist. For number 2, we go back to the last time this happened. In 2014, the Carolina Panthers won the pathetic NFC South with a record of 7 wins, 8 losses, and 1 tie. And with that stellar performance, they were awarded a home playoff game against the 11-5 Arizona Cardinals and won! Can you believe that? And get this. The Panthers were in the playoffs while the 10-6 Philadelphia Eagles sat at home. Philly beat the Panthers that year 45-21. Also, 4 AFC teams had winning records and missed the playoffs that season. But congratulations to the 2014 NFC South champion, Carolina Panthers. For number 3, how about another divisional champion with a losing record? In 2010, the Seattle Seahawks won the atrocious NFC West with a record of 7-9. And again, with that amazing accomplishment, they were awarded a home playoff game against the 11-5 New Orleans Saints and won! We all remember Beast Road's big run in that game, but really, should it have ever happened? Both the New York Giants and Tampa Bay Buccaneers were 10-6 that season, which wasn't good enough to make the playoffs, and yet both of them blew out the Seahawks. Good God! The Giants beat them 41-7 in front of the vaunted 12th man, the Legion of Boo! For number 4, back in 2006, the New York Giants made the playoffs as the second wildcard team after finishing the regular season 8-8. They'd lose in the opening round to the rival Eagles to finish 8-9 overall. All that while the Denver Broncos finished a game better at 9-7 and missed the AFC playoffs. The 2020 Giants are upset their 6-10 selves missed out this year. How many breaks do you need? At number 5 and 6, back in 1999, 2 NFC teams made the playoffs at 8-8. The Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions both lost in the first round by multiple scores, all while the 9-7 Kansas City Chiefs sat at home and watched. For number 7, we go back to 1991, where the New York Jets made the playoffs at 8-8, losing in the first round at the old Astrodome to the Houston Oilers. All this while out in the NFC, the Philadelphia Eagles and my San Francisco 49ers finished 10-6, which wasn't good enough for postseason berths. At number 8, a year earlier, the New Orleans Saints snuck into the playoffs at 8-8, losing in the first round to the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, out in the AFC, the Steelers and Seahawks both posted 9-7 records that didn't land them in the playoffs. For number 9, we're back to another division winner, and we're going way back to 1985, where the Cleveland Browns won the AFC Central with a record of 8-8. That earned them a first-round bye, as only 5 teams made the playoffs in those days, but it didn't secure them a home playoff game. Instead, they went down to Miami and lost to the Dolphins 24-21. All of this while the Denver Broncos finished 11-5. Yeah, the Browns are winning an AFC Central with only 4 teams, none of which with a winning record, while the Broncos are competing in a 5-team AFC West where only one of which had a losing record. And who is more deserving of a playoff berth? And not to mention, the Redskins finished 10-6 and missed the NFC playoffs that year. Huh? What? They were called the Redskins back then. And finally, for 10-11, after a strike-shortened 1982 season, both the Cleveland Browns and Detroit Lions advanced to an expanded 16-team playoff with 4-5 records, and both would get blown out by the number 1 seeds in the first round. Because of course. Okay, you might be thinking, yeah, well, 9-7 ain't that great anyway, and I'd agree with you. But consider this. 3 9-7 teams have reached the Super Bowl. Both the 1979 Los Angeles Rams and the 2008 Arizona Cardinals lost the Super Bowl, and the 2011 New York Giants won the damn thing. And how about that overall playoff record of the 11 teams I just named on this list? 2-10! And hopefully 2-11, because I want to see TB12 make another run. My name is Dave Show. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you at the next Dave Show. Later!